Hey guys, techmadeezy, and thank you so much for clicking on our video today. Well guys, we've got something different today. We've got a Greenworks 500 watt inverter power station. That is what they're calling it. And this thing takes the 40 volt batteries. So if you're on the 40 volt platform, well, I guess hip hip hooray. Look, this video is not sponsored, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was disappointed. That's all I'll say for now. I did some tests, but we're going to go ahead with the video. I want you to see the product, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's get this party started. Hi, it's Al from techmadeezy with a real quick message. I just want to let you know the video you're about to watch is not sponsored. We went out and bought the products ourselves. So, if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. It definitely helps. Share our video. And lastly, we hope you subscribe to our channel and become a part of the family. Thank you. So here's what we're going to be covering today. We're going to do the unboxing. Very quickly, we're going to take a close look at the unit. We're going to review the features. We're going to do a power test to see if this can do the 500 watts. We're going to see how long it takes to charge all 4 batteries. We'll do a quick LED light demo, a noise test. We'll see if this is actually pure sine wave. And we'll do a quick look at the GreenWorks app. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed. And there you go. The power station. 4 amp hour batteries on this thing. It's got a plug back here. You just got to open this up. The plug drops out. So you get 4 amp hour batteries, 40 volt. You get some booklets. That's going to be important. I'm going to have to look those over. But yeah, that's what you get. Let's take a moment now and go over some basics. So this is $799, and it comes with the 4 amp hour 40 volt batteries. So that's good to know. 500 watts. Surge is not listed. You'll see the power test that we did later in the video. They say it's pure sine wave, so we're going to test that and see what that looks like. Battery chemistry is lithium ion. And obviously they never list the cycles for their batteries, so don't know that. It does have Bluetooth. I don't know the version. It does have an LCD display. We're going to take a look at that. It's got a light in the front that'll do low, high, and SOS. And they also have an app called Smart G Home. So they do have a couple of things. Now, we do have 2 USB outlets. These are rated at 30 watts. You've got 3 USB Type-Cs. These are rated at 65 watts. Again, 2 AC outlets, 500 watts. There is your button for your AC outlet. This is your button for your USB. You've got a reset and a pairing button here, your power button, and this is a charger mode button. You could actually switch to a certain battery and charge the certain battery. Otherwise, the unit will do it itself. This is the light, and the light does have low, high, and SOS. All right. Now, AC charging on this unit, it comes with a cord, as I showed you earlier, and that will charge at about 120 watts. Here's your fan. And the fan seems to work really well. So this compartment really will put away the AC cord so you can keep it with you. But as you can see here, you've got number 1 and number 2 for the batteries. And number 3 and number 4. You've also got a handle that is rubberized, lays flat. So not too bad. Now they say the solar is 100 watts max, 18 volt, and that's actually found in the app, because in the booklet that's confusing in itself. Again, they need to do a better job at that, but it is what it is. The weight without the batteries is 5.73 pounds. The power station comes with a 3-year warranty, and the batteries come with a 3-year warranty. Putting the batteries on is pretty simple. You know, you've got the locking mechanism. So slide it down, locks in place. Locks in place. Locks in place. And now we can turn the unit on. Now when you look at the display, you'll see here it'll show the charge for each battery. So battery number 1 is 88%, battery number 2 is 90%, battery number 3 is 89%, and battery 4 is 87%. I am not impressed with this, and you'll learn more about that with my testing. But to turn it off, hold it for I think about 3 or 4 seconds, and then let it go. It'll turn off. Same thing with turning it on. Just hold it, and actually it turns on quicker. I think you just hold it for like a second. So there you go. The batteries have gauges of their own, so you could click the battery and actually see the charge on the batteries as well. I'm going to spend a really quick minute going over the app. All right, high level. So the app is called Smart G Home. Smart, and the letter G is connected. It's got a G in the middle for Greenworks when you're looking for it. Again, it uses Bluetooth to connect to the power station. And the Bluetooth icon will be here. And we are connected. I'm going to click on this and just kind of give you some information. So if any wattage was coming out, it would actually show me what it's producing here. To turn on AC outlets, I can click on that. The AC outlet turns on. If I want to turn on the USB, again, I can press that. Again, this will only control all of them. You know, you don't have individual control. So it'll just turn it on or turn it off. For the light, you've got low, high, and SOS. And we did a demo on the light, but we couldn't get SOS to work. I don't know if you can only do it on the app. I'm not sure. That wouldn't make sense. But there you go with that. Now on the bottom, if you do click on the app, you'll see it'll show you the battery percentage for all of the batteries. If the unit is plugged in, you can actually click on the battery you want to have charge, or you can use the charger mode button to do that. And you can switch from, I want this one to charge, or I want that one to charge. And it'll show you a lightning bolt next to the battery. What else? There was something else. Product model information and records would be here as well. And that's it. Just a quick overview of the Greenworks app. I'm in a staircase right now, and I'm going to do an LED light test. This is low. This is high. And I thought it had SOS, but I guess it doesn't. Off, low, high. All right. Well, one of the things that we highly recommend that you get when you buy any power station these days is make sure that the AC inverter is pure sine wave, not modified sine wave, etc. Look, pure sine wave is quiet on certain devices like a fan. It's also going to affect, visual devices like projectors or TVs at times. So when you have a pure sine wave inverter, it's just the cleanest power you can get. Anything better would really be the outlet at your home. So let's go ahead and turn on AC and see if this is a pure sine wave inverter. All right. So we're getting 125.1 volts. And what I want to do now is really just change this to sine wave. make it a little bigger. You guys can see that. And so far, I'll tell you, that's really smooth, pure sine wave, right? Now let me plug in this charger, because you also want to see it under a load. So I'm going to plug in this charger. Make sure it turns on. There it goes. All right, we got some wattage going out now. 127, etc. And look at that. That's still pretty smooth. That is pure sine wave power. Highly recommend you get that in any power station you get. All right, we're going to start our power test. And this is the important part, right? Now, I will disclose that there's no surge listed. So it just says 500 watts. So we're going to turn the unit on. All right, I'm going to start with a charger that's 200 watts or so. All right, we'll start off with that, and we'll continue to add on. So plug it in, turn on the AC outlet, and I don't know, we're going to see what this display will do. So it's kind of doing a countdown based on the load. Power output, so it does list that, so that's good news. So we've got 200 watts so far going out. 249, 270, 285, and it counts down to show you we've got 4 batteries 100% charged, right? If you look at all of them, they're all 100% charged. So 284 watts would give us, I don't know, it's saying 4 minutes and 4 seconds, of course, because again, the battery capacity on the 4 amp hour batteries, I'll put that up on the screen. You could see the battery capacity. All right, so far that's working. What we're going to do is continue and try to challenge this unit. All right, I've got a dual charger on, and I'm going to put another battery in a moment. We're going to test it and see if it can handle one side and then the other. Let's turn it on. All right. Battery is now charging. Fan is on the battery. 180 watts so far. 200. 240. 260. 270. 290 watts. 300. No problem for the unit. 315 watts on one side. Now, if we put a battery in on the other side, I don't know if it'll handle it, but let's try it. Let's try it. One more battery on the other side. And let's see what we get. So we're now 380, 400, 460, 480, 555, 576. All right, 580, 590. So it's holding, and there goes the overload. All right, let's try something else. Okay, so I've got a charger, a 55-inch TV, and the Dyson fan connected. Let's turn this on. I'm going to just see what we get. I might have to go and turn on the Dyson fan, I think. But just give it a moment. So we have the wattage going up. 200. 300. 350. 375. 400. right, and I think I got to adjust the Dyson fan. Let me do that real quick. There we go. We got 474 watts, 475 going out. So the unit's handling the load, as you can see there. Not a problem. Not a problem. So pretty darn nice. All right, we're going to leave this on. It's 483 watts going up and down right now. We're going to drain these batteries. So you're talking almost 2 hours of running. And we'll see if we bump into any issues. I don't think we will. It seems pretty consistent. After we drain this, we're going to do a charge test to show you how long it takes to charge those 4 batteries. As we drain this, one thing that's pretty interesting is it actually drains the batteries equally. As you can see here, number 1 is 62%, number 2 is 61%, number 3 is 61%, and number 4 is 61%. So that's not bad. And it's been holding a load of 460 to 480 watts with no issue. All right, so I did get an error. I don't know what this error is. The wattage did not go past 480 watts. I still have about 24% battery. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. All right, so just letting you know. Now I just put a lighter load on this thing. The batteries are reading 17%, which is interesting, but before it turned off, it showed 0%. Now, if I go on top and click on the batteries themselves, I'm not getting anything. I mean, this thing could be dead, but that's weird that the unit is reading that they're at 17%. So again, let's turn it on real quick. I'm going to just turn it off. Got to hold the button a little longer to do that. Turn it back on. All right, again, it's showing an average of 20% across the board on the batteries. Turn the AC on. And it was holding this load for really an hour and change with no problem. So I do believe, you know, the battery's drained. And I do believe that this calculation here is not really what it should be. Now it's showing 11%, 9%. All right, 300 and something watts. We now have an error. Everything's showing 1%, 2%, 0. So it looks like the unit is now dead. And it makes sense. With a load of 480 watts, it should be able to run this for about an hour with 4 amp hour batteries. You know, when I looked at the timing when this test first started, it showed it would go over 2 hours, and that just didn't make sense. So the unit can handle the 500 watts. My only concern would be the countdown on top. We keep trying to figure things out. I let this cool off for about 15 minutes, turned it back on. Here's the weird part. It says all the batteries are empty now, right? 0%. My fan in the living room is still on. It's sending out 28 watts to my fan. I have a Dyson fan. It's on setting number 8. So it's sending out 28 watts. Again, 0 on the batteries, but it's still working. All right. Now again, if I press these batteries, I'm not getting anything, you know, which is, obviously they're probably almost dead, but you know, just showing you how this thing acts. For now, it's still working. I want to drain it because then I want to do a charge test to show you how long it will take to charge this all four batteries. 452, and it says I've got 0% across the board. I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to start charging it. And we'll see how long it takes at 452. Let's plug this in. Turning on. And 4:52, we'll be back. Let's see what we get. All right, we started at 4:52. It is now 4:57, and I want you to see this. So number 2, battery number 2 is now 34% charged, and it has moved to battery number 3 at 23% charged. Sorry guys, but in 6 minutes you did not just do that. I am not liking this. I will tell you this will take a few hours for sure to charge 4 batteries, but definitely not impressed. All right, we're 38 minutes in. Let's just take a look. 38 minutes in. It's got almost every battery is over 30%. So battery number 1, 34%. Battery number 2, 33%. Number 3 is 76%. Number 4 is 30%. You can see the lightning bolt on battery number 3. It shows it's charging that battery now. But you don't get an overall as far as, you know, combining all 4 batteries where you're at. 2 hours and 27 minutes. You could hear that fan, let me tell you. Let's see what we got. So battery number 3 is 100% charged. Battery number 4, 94%. Battery number 1, 34%. And battery number 2, 34%. All right. 2 hours and 28 minutes in. Coming close to 3 hours. Again, you can definitely hear this fan. Batteries 3 and 4 are 100%. Battery 1 is 96%. And battery 2 is 35%. It's going to be a while. All right, we've got 3 batteries now at 100%. Battery 1, 3, and 4. And battery number 2 is at 64%. It's 9:13 p.m. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost 5 hours into charging, and where are we at? 82% on battery number 2. Wow. Almost 5 hours. 5 hours. Just a few minutes past 5 hours, and we are 89% on battery number 2. 11 minutes after 10. We started this at 4:52 p.m. Oh, we got 1% left on battery number 2. Wow, I'll tell you. 5 hours and 26 minutes to charge the 4 batteries. Everything now says 100%, and the fan's just turned off. I'm going to do a quick noise test. Right now it's pretty quiet. Let's just turn this on and see what we're dealing with. Let me go ahead and turn this on now so we can see the noise level with the fan going on. We've got a 476 watt load on the unit. I'll turn this on. That's really not bad, I'll tell you. Charging this thing, it definitely gets loud. The fan that gets loud. So let's see how loud that is. So here's a big one. Does the Greenworks support pass-through charging? Right now, it's actually charging the batteries. I've got it plugged into the AC outlet. Can I charge this while I'm charging this? Well, let's find out. Let's turn on the AC outlet. Oh boy, this looks like it's actually going to work. It's working. It's outputting wattage while it's charging the batteries. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing has passed through charging. Is that wonderful or what? Very nice. Now it's time for our pros and our cons. I'm going to start off with the cons so I can end on a positive note. So a couple of things. First off, I think this is just a bit expensive at $799. Now, if you bought batteries on their own, they normally run about $118, right? These are 4 amp hour, 40 volt batteries. So that would be $472 for the batteries. This thing is selling for $799. Now, yeah, this has a cost as well. I understand that. I just think it's a little on the high side. If you were to buy the batteries at full price, $160 each, that's $640. So just looking at numbers, but again, the tool only is $599. Now we'll put links in the description if you're interested in getting it, but that was one of our concerns, nothing major. Again, if you're on GreenWorks already and you have 40 volt batteries, might not be a bad deal. Calling GreenWorks, that was a roller coaster. So I had someone call GreenWorks and ask a couple of questions. They didn't have access to a manual, and they just didn't know anything about this unit. We wanted some more information about solar and things, and they just couldn't answer it. So to me, that's a con. Now, hopefully by now, maybe they know a little bit about the unit. Again, this is not sponsored, and we don't want to beat up GreenWorks, but it is what it is. The other thing that really got us is the time remaining while you're powering something just didn't add up. You know, one example, we were powering about 483 watts, and this is 572 watt hours of, or 76 watt hours of battery capacity, right? And it was telling us it could run over 2 hours. But realistically, with an AC inverter and that load, you're probably lucky to get an hour. So the numbers just didn't make sense. So I don't know how they're doing their calculation. Why don't we go ahead and talk about our pros now? So I'll tell you, if you have 40 volt batteries, you know, this is going to add some value. You now have a power station inverter, right? So that's not bad. That is a pro. And the tool is $599. The power, this thing worked. We got the 500 watts. We got close. We had no issues. It went over 500. So the power works, and it is pure sine wave. We tested that. Check that out later on. Check our testing and our pure sine wave back in our video. Lastly, this is great to bring with you to charge your phones, your drone batteries, your laptops, some LED lights. So this is really helpful. But that was our pros and our cons. All right, guys. Well, I sure hope you appreciate the video, because we went out, we bought this ourselves, we grabbed it, we found it, and we did a review. I haven't seen one review yet on YouTube about this 500 watt power station inverter. So I hope that helped, and give us a thumbs up if we deserve it. We definitely appreciate that if you would. It helps the channel and the video, by the way. Also, follow us on social media up top. If you're on social media, look us up, follow us, that'd be great. We also have a Tesla channel, and we just got a Tesla. We've got almost 10,000 miles now, and we've done some accessory reviews, and our goal is to not rush, but to come out with videos about gas and then going to a Tesla and what were the challenges we faced. Sometimes it's more in your head than anything else, because I got to tell you, we're having a ball using that vehicle. Again, 10,000 miles and really no issues. All right. Also, if you want to subscribe to our channel, you're going to see our round Tech Made Easy logo show up right there. Click on that, subscribe to the channel, and become a family member. We'll put our Power Station playlist right here on the right-hand side. Guys, thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.